Hey, so this is a Airsoft review of the Beretta Elite II CO2 Airsoft pistol. It's the Airsoft version, not the BB version. Overall, it is a very good gun. It has a very sturdy build. As you can see, it feels very strong. The plastic is not weak. The grip feels really nice. It's textured. It has a nice finish right here in Beretta Trades right here. It says Elite 2 on the slide. And one thing that I would like to point out is that this safety up here is not the actual safety. The actual safety is right here. And to engage that it's on safe right now, to put it onto fire, you push it down and then you slide it over like that. And you do the same to bring it back. So one thing to load the CO2, what you want to do is you want to put your finger right here in this little circle indent. You want to pull the grip back and it reveals the CO2 chamber. Now I'm not going to take this out to load another one in because it's fresh, but that's where you would load it in. So you want to just push that back after you're done. And the magazine release is this button right here. So this is the magazine release, and let me load one in to show you how that works. So what you want to do is you just want to press the magazine release. It just drops free just like that. Now here's how you want to load the magazine. It can be quite finicky at times, but you want to take this and move this spring all the way down to the bottom. You want to get it to lock so this little thing is sticking out. And then you want to take your BBs. I'm just going to load this many. And what you want to do is you want to take them. I prefer one by one since it makes it easier, but you can do whatever you want. And you want to just load them in through, there's a little hole right there if you zoom in on that. The hole right there, you just put them in. And okay, so it doesn't matter how many BBs you have loaded. If you have a full magazine, whatever. To complete the loading, you take this little notch here and you move it up, just like that. You do not press on it, you just move it this way. And then your magazine is loaded and ready to go. So, here's how you want to put it in, just like that. Your gun's ready to fire now if you put it on fire instead of safe, because right now it's on safe. And one thing that I would like to point out before we go to the shooting test is that it does have a rail right here. Now, I think this is a weaver rail, so you can mount lasers, flashlights, things like that, and I don't think that you can mount optics or anything. So, now this gun is actually very similar to another one that I have. This is the HK USP, and this one is very similar. It's a pistol. The magazine release is in a very similar place, except this one's a lever. Now, one thing that's different about this one is that the CO2 is in the magazine, but I'm not going to get into that because it's not my gun. And what you just push it in. Now, the safety's right here, which is in contrast to this one, because the safety on this one is, of course, on the other side. Now, you want to look at the iron sights on this one. This one, for comparison, has 3 white dots, as you can see. Now, this one, the Elite II, has the rear sights are black, and as you can see, the front sight is a white dot. Now, I'm not really sure which one I like better, personal preference. Now, this gun will be a little bit heavier than this one. And this one weighs about 1.7 pounds, and it doesn't have any metal components except for the barrel and some other internals. However, the magazine, even though it looks small, it is full metal and it is actually quite heavy. So once you put the magazine in, it will be significantly heavier. Hey, welcome back to the shooting test. So I'm going to put the gun on fire mode now. So now the gun is ready to be fired. Now what you want to do, you just want to pull the trigger, just like this. Now I would recommend using .20 gram BBs as they're much more accurate than the .12s that it advertises as. Now this gun shoots at about 380 feet per second, so it's not too bad, but it is kind of hot, so you might want to be careful with that, wear eye protection and stuff. So two things I forgot to mention in the shooting test. One being that the gun is actually accurate up to about 50 feet with .20s. You can achieve pretty good groupings like that, about half inch, about 50 feet out with .20 gram BBs. And another thing that I would like to say is that this gun is very good on CO2. You can get a lot of shots off with one CO2 canister. I definitely recommend it for that. So let's go over an overview of the gun. Has a Weaver rail right here. Beretta. It is licensed by Beretta, manufactured by Umarex. It has the Beretta trades right here in the grip. Very sturdy build. It is got a realistic weight to it. It feels nice. It does not feel like it's going to break anytime soon. The CO2 housed in the grip. 380 FPS. That's what they advertise it as. I haven't chronoed it or anything, but accurate up to 50 feet. Yeah. It is an M9 by Beretta. Now, one thing, if you've played, video games ever, this will feel a little bit thick for what you would expect an M9 to feel like, but it does feel very good, and it is nothing to worry about. I actually like it a little thicker, and it's all plastic, but the plastic is not cheap plastic. It feels very good, and again, the only thing that's metal is the magazine. So yeah, that's my review on the Umarex Beretta Elite II CO2 Airsoft pistol.